What is going on, guys? This is Zero Signal here and welcome back to the channel. On today's video it is all about
Dragon Ball Super episode 119 preview and breakdown.
And guys, watching this preview my first reaction was no! But it's been a couple of days and I've had a chance to calm down now, so we can go ahead and get into it. But guys, before we get on to the 119 preview, if you guys would like to see a parody version of the same breakdown, then I did that yesterday on the channel, which actually features Piccolo's new move, the special facial penis ejaculation. So if you guys would like to go on ahead and watch that video, the link is down below in the description. So moving on ahead to the trailer, guys. Starts out with Android 17, looks like he's got some ki blast coming out his backside there. Then we've got 18 blocking shots, presumably she's fighting one of the weaker characters. And then they've got Universe 4, Quitella, who's laughing his little whiskers off. So what's happening here, guys, is the order's being given for Universe 4's bugs, Damon and Gamisaras, to go on the attack against Universe 7. And they seem to be giving Universe 7 quite a hard time as we see Android 18 getting hit in the back and Krillin freaking out. And if you guys remember at the start of the tournament, Tien actually alluded to the fact he could sense a faint energy when some of the other fighters couldn't. And perhaps one of the ways in which Universe 7 are going to have to deal with this is to focus their energy. A little bit like Gohan had to do in his fight against Lavender, if you remember, in the Zen exhibition match. But we'll see what happens with that. You can see now how everyone's concerned. All the characters seem to be on their guard, working out what the hell's going on. We're not sure whether they're invisible or whether they're just tiny. And then we have the introduction there of Shansa, and he looks like he's pouring out there some brainwaves, causing Piccolo to start attacking what appears to be shadows. And then we have the Space Cop, who's going to get destroyed by Vegeta. That's pretty obvious, there's no way he's anywhere near Vegeta's level. And there's Goku getting pretty cheesed off with these two pesky bugs trying to squash them underneath his fist. But then obviously things take a bit of a turn. Quitella's a bit concerned about what's going on, and then we have Beerus with a smile on his face. Maybe Universe 7 work out exactly how to deal with it. But even in light of Jiren's unimaginable power, Quitella was not fazed whatsoever, often lying back with his hands behind his head, just really relaxed. He's obviously supremely confident in the fighters he's got left, being just Damon, Shansa and Gamisaras. So he's not done yet, he's not overly concerned. Probably still got an ace up his sleeve. Maybe that's the Pataras that he can give to the two bugs. And then we come to this, and we're left thinking, is Vegeta seriously going to be eliminated from the tournament in episode 119? I'm sure most people are hoping that it's not going to be the case, but the worrying thing is we know somebody is going to go. It's been stated in spoilers for weeks now that episode 119, someone sacrifices themselves from Universe 7. So we've got to think, who's that going to be? And it's something I did a video on previously, and in that video I surmised it could be 18 that will be eliminated. And there's certain things that happen in this preview that would lend itself to that being the case, with Krillin looking distressed with 18 going flying. But when you see Vegeta's almost getting knocked off, you just wonder whether the creators are just having some fun with the fans, or whether the sacrifice is going to be made for Vegeta to remain in the tournament. So let's just explore a couple of theories. So Vegeta's been dragged off the stage and 17 realises this and goes into full Superman mode, flies over, puts his shield on, which is something that Vegeta can use as a platform in which to jump back on the arena, or even ki blast his way back on. Or maybe that Piccolo is going to sacrifice himself for Gohan, because in fairness he's only done this 1,376 times before. Or maybe you're going to have 17 sacrifice himself for 18, or vice versa, who knows. Let's just hope whoever it is that gets eliminated, the writers handle it properly, because if it's 17, this is his big return, so it needs to go out in a big way if it is going to be 17. Piccolo feels like he's always been overlooked in Dragon Ball Super, so again it would need to be something heroic if it was Piccolo. And 18, honestly I feel it would be the most logical choice, because she's probably the weakest member of Universe 7 who's still in the tournament. You know, when the stakes are as high as this, you know, you shouldn't really have a fighter as strong as 17 sacrifice themselves. And that's really it. I mean, I really can't see it being anybody else. And with that being said, it just occurred to me earlier today that Vegeta is a character that's reformed. Imagine how he would feel if 17 selflessly sacrificed himself in order for him to remain in the tournament. It would kind of hammer home what's on the line here and bring a darker feel, because we've had a lot of crazy shit over the last few weeks. The whole universe's survival, everything that they've ever known, their families, loved ones, friends, everything is all on the line, yet they're here having a fight essentially for survival, purely for the Omni King's enjoyment. Or so we think. It would be really powerful, because it would essentially mean that 17 believes there's a better chance of victory for Universe 7 if Vegeta remains in the tournament. And I could imagine that sense of responsibility would be something that Vegeta would take very seriously. with everybody relying upon him as one of the strongest warriors to play his part in ensuring victory for Universe 7. You could just imagine Vegeta making some kind of speech about that and how he's the Prince of all Saiyans and how everybody relies on him. I guess what I'm saying is it would surely spur Vegeta onto even greater heights in the tournament and he'd feel empowered. Now, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, I just think it's quite a cool idea and I hope you guys agree. But back to the preview, it finishes off with Gohan and Piccolo who are confronted by an army of shadows, which if you look closely are forms of erased and already eliminated characters, and you can see there's Basil there on the right and that's Lavender next to him from Universe 9. So we'll see what happens with that, and we've also got their Patamo coming up on the screen now. But in general I see this spilling over into episode 120 and maybe even further than that. Once Universe 7 figure out how to cope with the bugs, which appears to be something that is going to happen based upon the banter we see between Quitella and Beerus, Universe 7 will get the upper hand. Quitella will then, as a last resort, throw the Pataras to the bugs who use them and fuse to form like a super bug or something along those lines. As far as Vegeta goes, he just can't be eliminated. I mean, come on. There'd be riots in Japan. If that happened, there would be absolute scenes. That's all from me, guys. Let me hear from you in the comments section. Please feel free to smash the like button, I'd greatly appreciate that. And if you'd like to see more videos, please consider subscribing to the channel. So with that being said, until the next one guys, over and out.